All right, so this is the last one before the test. So we're going to talk about graphing inequalities. So the rules for graphing inequalities is you're going to have an open circle when it's just less than or greater than, and you're going to have a closed circle when it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Okay, so let's just kind of run down here to these first ones. It's saying x is less than 3. So you're going to put an open circle at 3 and you're going to shade less than. Okay, now some of you like to write it above, and I'm going to do it both ways because I don't care. Okay, the next one also is not, it's saying greater than a -1. So you have an open circle at a -1 and you go greater than, or you can put it on top of the graph. I'm okay with that. It doesn't matter to me. The difference between 3 is that it has the equal to sign. If you look right here, it has the equal sign. So that means you have to fill in the circle at 7 and it's everything greater than. Same thing happens on number 4. You have a filled in circle at a -5. I'll do it above. And it's everything less than. Okay, and I don't care if you put it above or below. It does not matter to me. All right, so you also have to write the inequalities. So if I look at 5, it is saying that x is less than a -2. I don't put the equal to sign because the circle is not filled in. The next one I'm saying x is greater than or equal to 4 because it's filled in. Okay, so now we're not going to do 7 and 8. I think you guys have this. I don't want to waste your time. We're just going to do a few of these next ones. Remember, this is important that you have to flip the inequality when you multiply or divide by a negative number. Okay, and we're going to just do a few of these. So if I look at number 9, I would -2, and then I would divide both sides by 3. Okay, I don't really care if you draw on the number line. I'm just going to put a -2 here, and it's everything less. Okay, so on the next one, you're going to subtract 2 from both sides. And then the opposite operation of dividing by 6 is to multiply both sides by 6. So x is greater than a -18. So I just am gonna put a -18 right here and just say it's greater than. I don't really need you to put a bunch of numbers there. Okay, I wanna do just a few more on this back page. I really wanna do number 11 and number 13 to make sure we're good. So on number 11, I would -8 from both sides. So I get a -7x is less than or equal to a -7. So now I'm going to divide both sides by a negative. So when you divide by a negative, you have to flip the inequality sign. So it's actually going to be greater than or equal to 1. So it flips the inequality when you divide or multiply by a negative number. Okay, so number 13, the same thing. I'm going to add 5 first. And I get a -2x is less than or equal to 24. And then I divide both sides by a -2, and x is greater than or equal to a -12 because the negative, I divided by a negative number. So I'm going to have a -12, and it's everything greater than. Okay, so one last one. I want to look at 18 and 20. So 2 last ones. I'd like you to try 18 and 20, and then we'll go over them. So pause and try. So on 18, I'm going to -6. Here is where a lot of you mess up. That's still a -x. So then I would divide by a -1, which flips the inequality sign. So I'm everything bigger than or equal to a -8. And then finally, the last one, you're going to multiply both sides by a -2 to get rid of this out of the bottom, but multiplying by a negative flips the inequality sign. And then I would subtract 11, so I get x is greater than or equal to a -7. So it's going to go this way. And again, I don't care if you write it above or below the line.